Hello everyone, we are making more progress on our gas power wheel build. In this video we're going to work on the gas and the brake, and we're going to get the engine running, and we're going to get the wheels spinning on this thing, so stay tuned. Alright, that is brake and gas pedal. Alright, so we're working on this power wheel still, and I wanted to show you guys where I'm headed with this. I'm working on the gas and the brake pedal. So my original idea, I was thinking I was going to have them go through the floor, but I'm trying to create as much space and get them as forward as possible in here. I bent this lip down a little bit further than I had it, and I adjusted some things. I actually cut this whole, well, I didn't cut it out, but I cut the welds, and I cut these off of here and cut this off of here, and I tilted the thing up just a little bit because I had some more room in the body. And I put my son in here, and he's, you know, he fits, but he's not going to fit forever. So I decided to take advantage of that space and go ahead and just tilt this thing back forward, just like it was like maybe like 1.5 inches. So that gives him a little bit more space. It kind of raises the steering wheel up and pushes it forward, so it gives him a little more space around the legs. But anyways, I'm trying to get these pedals like kind of as forward as I can. So what I'm going for here is a swing pedal set. So I'm going to get this mounted in here, and I've got these pedals. Here's my gas pedal. It's going to mount off of there. Brake pedal, same over here. And then I've got this 1/8 inch by, what is this, 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch? It doesn't really matter. But this is going to be drilled for this, so it'll slide over here, and it'll have like basically some stoppers, or, you know, some washers basically to keep it from sliding on the assembly. And it'll pivot off of there, and then the cables will come up somewhere around here, and then it'll pull on the cable this way, which will, you know, activate the throttle. And then same on that side for the brake. So we got our brake here, so we'll just have to run a cable through there, bring it up front, have it kind of loop, and then come up this way. And we'll have some sort of like cable thing on this side, hold the cables, and then it'll pull through, and that should work. That's my plan. So we're just gonna keep working on that, and hopefully we can get it pretty close today. At least get the pedal assembly, and then we can work on the actual cables afterwards. So that's where I'm headed. Alright, I've been messing with this for a while, and I finally have a throttle that works. So we need some extra return spring there to make it work, but it finally works. And it's got a pretty good throw. That's like right there, that's closed, and then there's full throttle right there, and then you can pull it even harder. You can just smash it, and the spring will stretch. This guy's still gonna have the governor on it for now. I still need to do some cable management underneath the bike, or whatever we're calling this thing. But so what I did over here, this little 79cc engine had 0 accommodations for an actual throttle cable. It was basically just the finger throttle here. I cut up another bracket and made it work by bolting it to here and here. I had to smash it and bend this little tab and just make this whole thing work, but it had the little cable retainer on it. That's what I wanted, and then it had this little piece right here. There we go. We got ourselves a throttle. So the next thing to tackle is the brake, which we've got the factory cable. Looks like it's going to work. And we basically just need to come over here. Oh, I guess I should show you guys. I'm just coming up with this stuff right off the top of my head with stuff that I have laying around. So this guy right here, this little cable retainer thing I had in my drawer. And I was like, well, if I just put 2 washers on there and put it through there, it'll work. And it did. And then this piece, I basically drilled the outside holes here bigger for the cables to go through, and then the inside hole just big enough for the cable to go through there. Same on this side, except for I slotted it so that the brake cable, I haven't even put this in here yet, so let's see if it works. So it looks like I might need to slot it just a little bit more, make a little more clearance for that cable to fit through there, but yeah, I gotta slot it just a little bit more. So that cable will slide in there, this guy will fit in there, and then this should be pretty easy to connect. I have some stuff for that, and hopefully this will work out. So we're getting there. That's the thing. And then we're probably gonna need to brace this just a little bit so it doesn't do anything weird, because the brake, I bet, is gonna have some pretty good pressure on it. But that's next. We're gonna get this brake figured out, and then I'll show you guys what I figured for it. All right, so I wanted to update you guys on what's going on with the brakes. We have our brake pedal. We got these little braces in here now, holding these two apart from each other. I got a little return spring on there, and we have brakes when you push on them. So there you go. We got brakes. But now I'm working on, well, we have brakes and we have throttle. So throttle's working. Now I'm working on a sprocket, and this is the only sprocket, 35 chain sprocket, that I have, and I'm robbing it off of this project over here. And I just noticed some interesting spacer usage, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. It's got some what looks to be lug nuts as spacers, so we're going to pull this thing apart and see what's going on there. Alright, yep, look at that. Got a one lug nut spacer. That's what it needed. So we got 4 of those guys. So we got our sprocket. Looks to be in okay shape. It's definitely a little bit used, but I think it should work fine. Hopefully the bolt patterns match. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Alright, so I started working on this the other night. I tried to get this this hub off of here. I need to get this hub off, and I need to get this hub off so I can get our new sprocket lined up on there and everything. But this stuff is just totally, no matter how much I whack it, it doesn't really want to move. So I did get it to kind of rotate just a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start applying heat to it. I'm going to use this torch. If this doesn't work, we'll go to the big torch, which I think that's probably going to be the case. I just don't want to drag it out and set it up. But we'll try this first, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go to the big torch, and we got to get these 2 hubs off in order to make this thing work. kind of exciting. We've got our chain on, we got our sprocket. Our sprocket, I just had to drill the holes just slightly bigger to get them to match up. They didn't match 100%, but like a 64th or maybe a 32nd, probably a 32nd upsize, and it fit perfectly. So we're gonna start this thing for the first time. I just put some gas in it. Got to put the cap back on. So I just put some gas in it, just a splash of gas. I put oil in it, so we're ready to run. I just want to see this thing work. I want to see the brakes work. I want to see the gas, the throttle work, and I want to hear this thing run. So I haven't tried this yet. Like I was telling you guys in the other video or before, this thing hasn't run in, I don't know, I've never seen it run. I think it's new, but it's been sitting for a long time. It actually came with the bar stool video. I could put a link to that video for you guys. It was like a bar stool go-kart, like a Barstool Racer or whatever, and it came with this 79cc motor, but I ended up putting a 212 on there. But yeah, let's give this thing a shot. Okay, nothing so far. Nothing at all. Let's see if we've got fuel in the bowl. Gonna crack it loose and see if we get some. Yep. Okay. So we got fuel coming out. That means we got fuel in the bowl. Okay, we got no spark. I got the kill switch in the on position, so that shouldn't be an issue. Give it a little bit of throttle. Nothing. Okay, I'm starting to think that we don't have spark. So let's get into things. Let's grab a socket, take the spark plug out, and see if we got spark. Oh yeah, we got a good spark. Let me get you guys real close here so you can see. Hopefully you can see. Let's turn this light off. We got a real good spark. We don't have fuel going into the cylinder. So maybe the main jet's plugged up or something. I'm gonna have to pinch this gas off probably, and then figure out why we're not getting fuel actually into the cylinder. Let's get the spark plug in here. Let's just give it a little blast of flammable brake cleaner just to hear it light off. Hopefully it will. And maybe that'll be enough to suck the gas up into the carb. Okay. And maybe not. Tried to give it throttle, it didn't want it. So let's try this again. Alright, we gotta work on this brake. This brake is hanging up. Alright, let's try that again. Now this thing isn't running 100% great because it's probably running lean. We got no air filter on the carb, so nothing restricting the air coming in. We got no muffler on it, so it's gonna need a lot more fuel than it would factory. So, you know, it's running a little off. It's not optimal. And we gotta work on this brake for sure so that it doesn't hang up. But the brake works. So we got it hanging up there. I think I got to make an adjustment in the brake pad thing here. So I've been messing with this thing, trying to figure out how to get it exactly where I want it. But I can continue doing that, and then we're gonna have to, once we get the exhaust on here and figure out something for an air filter, we will probably have to drill out the jet a little bit to get a little bit more fuel in here. But that's proof of concept, though. It moves. The throttle works, the brake works. We're moving in the right direction. So I don't even know where I'm going from here. The body needs to be fully mounted. We need to get a roll cage, all this stuff, but I need to think about it and see what the next logical step is. But it is lunchtime for me, so that's a good point to call it for lunch. Alright, that's going to be it for this video today. On the next video, we're going to be building a cage, and we're going to be wrapping up a bunch of stuff on this. It's coming to an end pretty soon, so please stay tuned. Smash that like button for me, hit the subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified of future videos coming out from DJ's Hot Rod and Fab. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.